Hey everybody, Chris here. So big news for Dogecoin. Also, Doge reclaims 20 cents. Got a long ways to go on this recovery, but the typical kind of Monday morning blahs, right? Bitcoin kind of pulling back a little bit, keeping Dogecoin from really jumping forward. We're going to talk all about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And we were live Sunday, and on the Sunday live stream, we were talking about whether Sunday night there was going to be a dip or Monday morning. Instead of the dip on Sunday, we saw prices going up, particularly on Doge, with some news that sort of propels it a little bit on Floki as well. We'll talk about that. But Bitcoin overall, there's a lot of big things building on Bitcoin as October seems to be turning back around, coming back up, and we may end up with an Uptober as well as we get through this past week and a half of October. So all of that, let's get into it. Let me show you the charts and the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. And we start here looking at the current Dogecoin price, and it's 19.97 now. As I've started recording, Doge has dipped just below 20 cents overnight. We did get up to about 20.2, almost 20.3. That's the bottom of my big green box of where we should be in October. But because of the whole liquidity, manipulation, Binance thing, Trump tariff, like all that fear and FUD and all of that we had a week ago, we are recovering from that though. We are recovering out of that big drop that we had. We are seeing this recovery here finally back up. We were up over it a little bit a week ago. Now we're making another attempt at being able to reclaim this line and move forward. So we will see how that goes. Bitcoin could not hold 111, now back down to 110.7. So it's Bitcoin, which is pulling back a little bit here on Monday morning. We'll see how this goes through the day, and we will check in on my Monday afternoon live stream. That's right. We'll have another live stream this afternoon. Make sure you're subscribed, you got your notifications on, and take part. And I want to hear your thoughts too. Put questions in the chat, all of that. That's what we do on the live streams. But we also have one other thing to look at, and that is our friend Floki. For those who are Floki holders, we had this big run in Floki this morning, and I'll tell you what that was about in just a minute. We start here though. Dogecoin price skyrockets back to 20 cents on October 20th. Well, not really skyrockets, right? It did go up though. Is the meme coin setting up for a breakout? Doge back near 20 cents, and it is October 20th. Are we going to have the end of the U.S. government shutdown today, as Chris predicted? We will be watching. But with a market capitalization near $30 billion, we're just about to flip Tron again in the top 10, as Doge is outperforming Tron here a little bit over the past few days, getting back to where it should be. Major retailer Spar Switzerland now accepts Dogecoin for payments. One of Europe's first big grocers to adopt the meme cryptocurrency for everyday purchases. This news underscores Dogecoin's growing real-world use beyond its internet joke origins. Right? Another big news for Doge, acceptance as payment. We've got technical patterns forming. We'll look at the charts. Now, some of these are cup and handle, double bottom. We've looked at these. I've got a bigger one, though, to show you in just a little bit. Key levels of support and resistance. We've been watching those. The crypto market overall, the bullish October called Uptober. Well, the first half of the month definitely was not, but we can see the second half of the month move up, and Uptober comes back. We will be watching that. So as we are October 20th, Dogecoin's price hovering just under 20 cents. That's right. It's a big rebound, though, from the mid-month lows. And the recent uptick follows a period of pronounced volatility for Doge. We've been watching that on a daily basis. And we will be looking for recovering what was once resistance, showing resilience, coming back and resetting higher support. What about this Elon Musk speculation, though? Well, now Elon, there are more rumors of something else, and that's right. On X, Elon announced a new marketplace for unused usernames, a move that while not directly related to crypto, sparked fresh speculation about Dogecoin's integration into the platform's future payments system. Because these kinds of things, I mean, I know that there are marketplaces for like Minecraft names and other things, and the currency is crypto, right? Crypto is the preferred currency. People use middlemen, right, to do these transactions. And it's all done in crypto because it's all done around the world. One Doge equals one Doge. No matter where you are around the world, it would be perfect for something like this. And of course, real world adoption news is what we are looking at for Doge, not only SPAR, but we will be looking at continuing adoption, Doge from digital novelty to real world use, as we have the broader crypto market sentiment recovering from all of the FUD earlier this month. This is what we'll be watching for Bitcoin. And are we going to reclaim 125,000 for Bitcoin and move up higher? And where ETH is going to go back to 4,500. And now Ben Cowan's talking like 5,600 for ETH. And if Ben Cowan is the Lord and he's always right, if ETH goes to 5,600, where's Doge going to go? But what about Floki? Well, this was the thing. You know, it's like CB Doge knows better, right? Elon Musk has just confirmed that Floki, his dog, is the new CEO of X. And CB Doge, right? He's a Dogecoin fan. He knows he needs to expand on this and not only say that it's not just any dog, but a Shiba Inu pup, but then also talk about Dogecoin here as well, because what happens is then the Floki token takes off and not Dogecoin. Elon Musk responds, he's very dependable, and then later he followed up with one of these Grok, AI quick little 5-second videos taking this picture and then making it animate. Of course, I'm not a fan of the AI video stuff. But CB Doge needs to talk more about Dogecoin here and not just let all the Floki, fans have its big pump. Floki, it'll probably come back down. I mean, that's what happens with these little news things, especially for something like Floki. Doge, though, typically goes on a run. It doesn't come all the way back down, though. It goes about halfway down, and then it's got a higher low. So we'll be watching that. What's going on with Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin closed the week actually up above this support line on the body of the weekly wick. Even though it was red for the week, but it didn't stay down low. It came back up and managed to close above the support level. Some people are really into the bodies of these weekly candles. And if you're one of those, awesome, let's go, right? Merlin let's look at the 50-week moving average, and we still see the bullish retests of this 50-week SMA, and it's time to just move higher. Ash Crypto says, look, gold retracing, Bitcoin recovering, right? So this is the rotation, right? Money is rotating into Bitcoin from gold. This is what we're watching for. I think gold is going to kind of go out sideways from here and not continue to drop. It was definitely overbought on the big parabolic run we were talking about yesterday, but that seems to be happening. And also, we have the M2 global liquidity continuing to move up. And again, there's a delay, right? So this is shifted out. So we look at this like 70, 80-day delay on the M2 global liquidity line and Bitcoin. Now, with gold overlaid on this as well, kind of interesting to see all three of these on the same chart. We have the explosion parabolic run on gold, but Bitcoin was suppressed thanks to our friends over at Binance and CZ and all that we talked about a week ago and all of that mess. Now Bitcoin is free to run, as would be expected for the end of Q4 2025. It's all set up for that now. We have a lot of shorts. There's a lot of shorting going on with Bitcoin, and even Doge. Right now, the Doge longs versus shorts is about 1-to-1 because new long leverage came in on Doge, wanting to ride the wave up. So we'll be watching the heat maps and what happens. But on Bitcoin, there's some big ones up here. And I think this week we're going to be getting all of this, at least up, to 111,000 and maybe 112. We'll see. But this is ripe for taking out the shorts. Meanwhile, on Doge, look, we look at the RSI, and this is a continuation of what Trader Allen showed over the weekend. Is the RSI broke out of this downward trend, and the RSI is moving up. Now, this is a 4-hour time frame, right? But we're seeing the price breakout, and we're seeing the RSI breakout. So this is breaking the downtrend and starting to move up. So this is good. We want to break that 21.5, 22 level and then get back up to 25. Those would be the steps we want to make to reclaim everything that was lost on that manipulated push down. So we will be watching that. Other breaking news, 21 Shares amends their S1 for spot Dogecoin ETF approval. This is huge as well because the 21 Shares one wasn't really going to be ready until January, but this amended S1, maybe it gets pushed up with Bitwise and Grayscale once the U.S. government shutdown ends, which I hope is today. That would be awesome. But 21 Shares not only has this, their ETF all amended and lined up. We've got Bitwise and Grayscale. Maybe they all are released at the same time. The 21 Shares is great, though. It's a ticker called T-Dog. I love the T-Dog. And what also is interesting is that the management fees or sponsor fees that are accrued daily, they're going to be payable in this ETF. They're going to be payable in Doge. They're going to be payable in Doge. They're going to use Dogecoin. I think that's awesome. Little quirk to this ETF that makes it kind of fun and different from all the others. Management fees paid in Doge. So we will be watching that as well as we go forward. And this article goes on and says, the sentiment rise. Not only do we have the expected approvals, it's like a 99% approval possibility now. But we also have, our friend Ali is turning very bullish on Doge. I know some of you are like reverse Ali kind of thing, but, we looked at this chart the other day and it's worth looking at again because the structure makes sense. Since June, right, we have had these higher lows. And you take out the wick, right, the big wick that came down, and you ignore that because that was all manipulation. That wasn't real trading. Dogecoin moves up. Maybe does a little retest before going higher. That would be a typical kind of move, unless this was the last retest and now it just goes higher. So this is all good news for Doge. Yeah, 20 cents again. There we are. We made it back to 20 cents. So looking to see if 20 cents at least is going to be the new support as Doge battles to regain and recover its previous prices. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Big news for Doge all around and crypto on recovery. Could be a big week. We still have another week before the Fed and the FOMC lowering interest rates. And then Trump and Xi Jinping meeting to resolve the China trade differences. Get all of that out of the way and crypto can just run. Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.